Good morning, gardening friends. It's Vicki, Garden Evolution. I am doing some gardening today. I stopped by Lowe's and picked up some more clearance plants. So I'll go through these a little bit more in detail after I plant, but I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do with them. I got two of these, what are they called? Cheyenne Spirit Coneflower. So I got two of the larger size pots of those. I got one Powwow Wildberry and one yellow, what is it called? Yellow My Darling. Never heard of that one before, but I don't have any yellow coneflowers in my other yard. And so I'm debating right now, I'd like to add all of these coneflowers to my real home. I'm at the rental right now. But since I don't have running water at the other house, I'm wondering how I can overwinter these here. So I'm debating on whether I should plant them here or maybe pot them up and leave them potted over winter, because they are, I believe, zone 3. Down to -20. Actually, that's zone 5 on... Oh wait, I'm looking at Dianthus. I'm sorry, wrong plant. Coneflowers. Hardy, zone 4 to 8 for the yellow, and zone, 4. Did I say 8? Hardy to zone 4 through 8 for the yellow, down to zone 4 for the Cheyenne. And then the pink ones, I'm sure, are the same. Zone 3 for these pink powwows. So all of those should be able to live in a container over winter, even if I leave them outside. I'm debating on putting them in here because I kind of want to take out these Coreopsis. This is so beautiful right now. But I kind of want to add these Coreopsis to this little garden bed that I've made here in the rental house. And also these, whatever these little sunflowers are called. Do I have a tag? That is not for that one. It's for the little Nana right here. Do I have a tag on this side? Okay, I don't see it. The tag must be at my other house. But anyway, thinking about just taking those and adding them to this bed, which looks kind of sparse right now. Like, I planted 9 of these, I always do this, I can't remember what they're called, blanket flowers. I planted 9 blanket flowers, and I planted 3 of the orange butterfly weed, and then I have 2 of the, I think it's called Firefly Peach Sky Yarrow. I added those in. So this is kind of like yellows and oranges in this bed, and so that's why I was thinking about adding these Coreopsis to it. And I'm not a big fan of yellow at my other house, although I have been adding to my terrace garden, so I could always move all of that stuff to my terrace garden at the other house in next spring when we move back. We'll see how I feel about that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just trying to decide what to do. I also got this Autumn Fire Sedum, which is looking pretty poor, but it was on clearance. And I believe that I can just cut off these healthy parts of the stem and just plant those in the ground. And as long as I keep them well watered for a few weeks, I think they will establish fine. One other thing I got that is going to stay at this house for sure. Remember, I was trying to decide what to put in this corner, and I was going to put an evergreen, but it couldn't take full shade. And then I saw this Wine and Roses Weigela that was on clearance, and it says they can do sun, part shade, and shade. So gets 4 to 5 feet tall and wide, USDA zones 4 to 8. I thought that would be really pretty over here in this corner. So that will bloom, I believe it's springtime, in that pink kind of berry color. And then we would also have the white Itea shrubs blooming down here in spring with their white bottle brush type flowers. Another thing I'm going to do today, hopefully, is get all of these little things dug up and transplanted somewhere else so that this bed just looks prettier. I'm going to leave all of these sedums, whatever these are, growing down the rocks, look really pretty. But yeah, I'd like it to get it just down to the Itea shrubs. I did plant some thyme that I got on clearance. I had 18 plugs, so I've got that planted throughout this bed. I also don't really know what is up with this grass. Is this some sort of decorative grass? I have no idea, but I feel like it doesn't belong there. So I might move that too, depending on how hard the soil is to dig in. And yeah, so anyway, I like having that dark foliage right there with the pink flowers, and then we're gonna have thyme blooming here, which also blooms pink, and then we'll have the white bottle brush flowers when the Itea blooms, and I think that'll be pretty. And then we have this geranium over here. That's what this is, I believe, and I'm not really sure of the exact cultivar name, but it's very pretty. Nice little ground cover. It's only maybe like 8 to 10 inches tall, I would say, and it has fairly smallish blooms. So if anybody knows what type of that is, let me know in the comments. All right, well, I'm off to do some gardening, and I'm probably going to cut the grass today too, and then I will shoot a little after video. Okay folks, I'm back. So in this planter, I did remove all of those coreopsis, and the name of that flower is false sunflower. I found the tag right here, Heliopsis Helianthoides. Says they get up to 18 inches. They've got this variegated foliage. This is the first year that I've grown these. They are really pretty. They look a little battered now that I transplanted them, but hopefully they rebound. And then I put the coreopsis here in between some of these other blanket flowers. I do plan to add either cow manure compost or some mulch to this bed to make it a little neater looking, and I'm probably going to do something to the edge here if I'm not too lazy before winter. I planted that sedum down here. Basically, I just cut the stalks off because there was large dead portions on the stalks, and it was like in between the root and the top of the stalk is where the dead portions were. So I did plant the very base of the root, but I cut off all the stalks and kind of stuck them in the ground individually. So I'm not sure how much of that will actually survive, but hopefully some of that does come back, and you know, sedums are great. The orange butterfly weed that I planted, starting to get some blooms. These are not quite open yet. Well, I guess there's a couple that are open. And then blanket flowers. I mean, again, these were planted not that long ago, and all of these plants were clearance plants. So they do typically take a while to actually start looking good once they've established. These coneflowers, I decided to plant these here because I do want to take them with me, and they should survive in that container over winter. So by having them in the container when we're ready to go back to the other house, I can just pop that in the car and go. These are plants that I will most likely leave here and just donate to the house that I'm currently staying in. That's the yarrow that I planted. Still kind of getting settled in. And I still haven't done anything to, I believe this is iris, or whatever this is down here. Just a weedy mess. I do plan to dig that up and get the weeds out and cut back all the dead stuff and split it up, and then I'm probably just gonna like, you know, replant it. There's some area here without any grass, so I'm probably just gonna space it apart a little bit more so that it fills out more of this area, and that way when it comes back in the spring it'll look much better. So that's basically what I got done today. Oh, there's one more thing. I also planted that Weigela, spilled wine, I think is what it's called, and it looks good. I didn't get too far over there when I was cutting grass because I'm gonna cover this area with cardboard and add mulch pretty soon, but I think when that gets bigger it will add some nice color to that corner of the house. I'm just gonna get one more view from down here. See, that's gonna stay in the shade pretty much all the time, but I think that'll add some nice color. And the Weigela tag said that they could do full shade, and it's supposed to get 4 to 5 feet tall, so it should kind of fill in that corner nicely, add color. These Itea shrubs also get kind of a burgundy bronzing in the fall, and it is only middle of August, but they have started to get some of that look to them. These were just planted like a month ago, and they were clearance plants, so again, nothing is looking too great this year. But if I'm still here next year, like say, you know, spring, when everything is fully leafing out and all that, I will be sure to update you guys on how everything comes back after winter. I did not get any of these pulled up yet. I tried to dig up some of these. Actually, right here is where I tried to dig them up. I don't know what these are, but they must be super far down in there. I mean, I couldn't even get one. So that's going to require some effort. But I'm still planning to do that before winter. I will try to get those pulled up and possibly replanted elsewhere, because I'm sure they're probably pretty. I bet you they flower in the spring, but some kind of iris bulb or something. I just don't like it growing up in the middle of this bed. It looks weedy. I think over here I need to get the rest of this grass out that's in this corner, but I'm kind of thinking about moving that little rose shrub over here. I know this isn't a very big space. Could possibly even move the rock border a little bit further out, but, and I also don't know what color the rose is, but I just thought since I have this space here on this side of the mailbox, it might be nice to just put a rose shrub there. Alright, well that's it for the update on this house. I'm planning, tomorrow I'm off as well, and I'm planning to go to the other house and probably do another video over there. So I guess I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Just last check, anything else I forgot about? Here's those yarrows that I bought today. They're pink. Here's a couple of the blooms. They're called Sky Sail Bright Pink Yarrow. I don't think they're as dark as the other pink that I have, which I think I like better, but I'm still thinking about taking those to my other house. And this is the rose bush that I was talking about. It is in the shade a lot where it is currently planted, and I was thinking about moving that over to the, like I said, over by the mailbox. So maybe that will be on a future project. Figuring out where to put those yarrows, that's going to be a future project. This right here is a a very sad little serviceberry shrub that I dug up from my other house, and I'm thinking about planting it here, maybe in the backyard, just as a donation. Like eventually that will be a really cool shrub. It's just going to take probably 4 or 5 years to get there, and I decided I didn't want it at my other house. I just don't have patience to wait for it. So these are some crabapple trees that were starting to die when they were at the other house. So I brought them over here so I could start watering them and paying attention to them. I still don't know what I'm doing with those. I might just give them away on Facebook. This one's almost completely dead, but it does have a couple of live leaves. And actually there's some new ones coming out here. So I need to come out and cut off the dead and, you know, help encourage this new growth. Got my scissors inside. I'll probably come out and do that. And then this one also doesn't look good, but it's still alive. So hopefully it bounces back. This stuff is basically all just going to go back to the other house. So I've just got to keep it alive over winter. Okay, I know I said I was leaving. So I'll do another video tomorrow at the other house. Talk to you guys later. Bye.